What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and welcome back to Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Now today's video is sponsored by Come2Us, so if you do want to know more information about this title, please follow my links in the description below. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's talk about what else you can do inside the game outside of just the adventure mode. Now, if you remember from my previous videos, we talked about adventure mode. Currently there are 10 chapters in the game, and within each one of these chapters are multiple stages. Now, the object here is to go stage by stage, 3-star in each one. That'll get you experience points, that'll get you goodies to upgrade your Skylanders, and once you're done with a complete set of stages, there's even more to do because there's easy, normal, and hard, and all 10 of these chapter islands have multiple difficulty settings. At the very end there's a boss as well as story progression, so there's a lot to do on the adventure front, on the PvE, the player versus environment. But as you guys know, there's an opposite to PvE, and that is PvP, player versus player. So let's jump over here to Duels and I'll show you what else you can do inside the game. So here we are in the PvP section of the game. Now these are pretty straightforward. So you have Friendly Match, which allows you to duel your friends. You have Championship Ring, which allows you real-time PvP against a live opponent. And then you have Arena, which is what I'm going to show you now, which is basically you versus the AI. So here's the squad that I'm going to bring with me. Go ahead and click Duel. And basically here are your list of opponents. Now, depending on how strong you're feeling, you can kind of go all out and fight someone really strong to get more points, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna start off a little weak right here, and we're just gonna go against Jeff69. Now here is the squad. Now if you're really pro, this is where you can start doing counter picks. So basically I can see, all right, here are the elements of Skylanders that he's bringing to the table. I can go in here and edit and basically bring hard counters to his team to give myself the best advantage of winning. But for the sake of this battle, we're just gonna go with my strongest team. Here are the Skylanders that we're gonna go with it. It takes 1 gear in order to activate PvP, which is a separate type of stamina outside of PvE stamina. And here we are. Now, at higher levels, you definitely want to take control of your Skylanders to play this manual to get the most out of your team. But since we know that I'm pretty strong versus my opponent, we're just going to keep it on auto because my little dragons are not going to have any problem whatsoever. I'm going for a full dragon team in the future. But of course, let's go back in here to the duel lobby and see if we can't get a little bit more powerful opponents here. We'll skip ahead just a little bit. Let's try Juzo here. So he has a little bit stronger team. He doesn't have a companion though, so definitely when you get in here, you want to ensure that you assign a companion to your squad as well. But we should be pretty good. Now, as you guys can see, your Portal Master, everything like you normally play when it's in PvP or PvE is applicable here in PvP as well. So your Portal Master will absolutely summon their little animal companion here shortly. But I don't think he's going to be strong enough to hold on. So I think, you know what? I'm feeling a little strong. So let's go all the way out. Let's try to fight the strongest opponent that I have access to at this rank to see if I don't get embarrassed here. So we're just going to go all the way up here to level 15. And let's see what this guy has. So he has a pretty strong team. He has a max level companion. All right, let's see what happens. And like I said, I'm just gonna keep it on auto for now, but like I recommend at the higher levels, once you start really PvPing at the top tier, you definitely want to take control of this manually. His account level is 15, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he brought all of his strongest characters with him to PvP, but he might have. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, my whole plan is to have a full dragon team, and I've already started collecting the dragons that I want. I might actually win this. Power to the dragons, ladies and gentlemen. So as you guys can see, I have my little healing broccoli out. Hopefully I'll be able to get 1 heal out before he dies. I was not able to do so. All right, how dare you kill a dragon? That's really rude. I think we're good. We are good. So do keep that in mind in the future when you're going against PvP opponents. Uh-oh, hold on. I'm speaking way too soon. I probably really want to take control of this. Oh, come on. Oh, the cooldown is real. Down goes Spyro the Dragon. Actually, I was so close to winning that. And that's one of those examples where had I taken control of that manually, I probably could have pulled that off and got a little bit more mileage out of my team. But like I said, for the sake of this video, I'm just trying to show you what you can do inside the game. So that is PvP inside Skylanders Ring of Heroes. So let's go back over here to the lobby screen. So we talked about adventures, we talked about duels. There's another mode over here called challenges. So in challenges, you have even more things to do. There's a thing called the Realm of Souls. Now this gives you an opportunity to piece together different Skylanders. So basically completing this stage will get you Skylanders fragments that you'll need to use to power up your Skylanders. Now, right now I'm at the height of what I can complete. As you do these stages, they get harder and harder and harder. As you guys can see right here, the recommended power for this stage is 18,409. I'm sitting over here at 8,762, so I don't have enough power to defeat this stage, but that's okay. It will reset here in 6 hours, and there'll be another set of fragments that I can go after. You definitely want to do this because this allows you to get a free trickle of fragments for Skylanders, and that is very important when you level up your character. So that is the Realm of Souls. In addition to that, we also have the Mirage Tower. So the Mirage Tower is kind of like an endless tower mode. I'm just going to go ahead and auto place a few units here, and then I'm going to, oh, I can't, so you actually can't set up spectators in this mode. I just figured that out right there on the fly. So here we are. So this is the endless tower mode, and it's pretty straightforward. You're going to kill enemies. You're going to go floor by floor. As you go up floors, you're going to get harder and harder opponents, but you also get better and better rewards as well. So pretty straightforward. I'm digging my dragon team, and I'll show you who else I have on my squad as well once we get out of here. So there you go, there's multiple stages as usual. So if you look here at the very top of the screen, this will tell you how many waves of enemies there are. So there are 3 waves here. Down you go. Hopefully, maybe. Very nice. And then, all right, so this is gonna be the final wave. Loving this background music in this game as well. All right. And there we have it. So that is the completion of floor 1. So as you guys see, I get a little bit of experience points. I also get some gold as well. Open up the chest, even more gold. So if we kind of go back here, and I'll show you what else that we have in this tower. So as you go from floor to floor, there's stamina to be had, resource materials, all types of things, potions, more stamina, fragments for characters. And you're gonna go up this tower, completing as many stages as you possibly can to get yourself some free goodies. Now, this is season based, so this tower is gonna reset in 10 days, so do keep that in mind. So there you have it. Also, there is the Cave of Gold, which basically allows you 3 entries per reset. And this is, you know, where you go in, you'll complete these stages and get yourself gold. Gold is useful to upgrade and also to build different structures in your base, which brings us to the final piece here. So over here in the lobby screen, as you guys can see, you can also build out your little island, and it's not just for looks. So if you take, for example, this little magic cauldron here, if I upgrade this, it'll take the gold that I was just talking about. Now that was a lot of gold that I just spent, but basically on a timer, this will give me red potions to allow me to level up my Skylanders, and each one of these has a different type of use here, and they all take gold as well. So you definitely want to be taking advantage of those stages to allow yourself to build these little passive, these passive buildings to give yourself some passive bonuses. So here's an energy collector once again. If I spend all of this gold right here, 100,000 gold, I'll be able to make this even better to get even more energy on a passive rate. So if you want to know where you can find those little pieces, if you go over here to structures, over here, like I do actually have enough money, so I can go ahead and build another gold collector. Then I can kind of sit it wherever I want. I like to keep my stuff in the same little area. So now I have 2 gold collectors. So once I log out the game, come back in a couple hours, these will be filled up with gold, and I can basically dictate how much gold that is by how much I upgrade these little units here. But it's not all just about gameplay. If you just want to be fancy, there are also like trees and sea stems and egg flowers and all kinds of things that don't actually give you bonuses on your account, but it'll make your little island look pretty. So there you have it. So all you designers out there, you do have an option to make your island look a little bit better. So that is that. So we talked about adventure, we talked about challenges, duels. There of course are guilds in the game as well, which are very easy to join. Basically you find a guild that has an open spot for you, and you can join just basically clicking request to join, which means you have to wait for your application to be approved, or you can just hit join now, and these are open guilds that allow you to join instantly. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. So all right, so we talked about guilds, adventures, challenges, as well as duels. There's one final piece of gameplay in the game called the Distorted Dimensions. Now, if we go over here, this is where you're going to get very specific elemental type of resource upgrades, and this basically changes depending on what day it is. So right now, you have Air Dungeon, Water Dungeon, Fire, Life Dungeon, as well as the Beast Labyrinth open right now. So for example, let's say I have a bunch of Life type Skylanders that I'm trying to upgrade. I'll go inside this Life Dungeon, and this is basically a really good way to bring a mono team, a single colored team, to really take advantage of your elemental bonuses. So Life Dungeon, as you guys can see here, are all life units here. We'll go ahead and enter. And as you guys remember, life is really weak against undead as well as air, and my team is already set up because I've been in this dungeon before, all with upgrades and all with bonuses here. So we'll go ahead and go in here and we'll rip through this with no problem at all. This will give a good ending on the video because there is a pretty cool boss at the end. So since I have elemental advantage towards all of these, I'm not going to have any problem ripping through. And I really like these types of modes that kind of force you to do mono teams because it makes your team, it makes the Skylanders that you have leveled up a lot more diverse. You have a lot more, Skylanders to choose from. And, it gives you the opportunity to make a different team outside of your strongest, most favorite Skylanders, right? So here we are on the very final stage, and here is the boss, and this is where we'll end the video. Boss, a Life Destroyer, ladies and gentlemen. And that will do it for Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you once again to Come2Us for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. And of course, if you want to download Skylanders Ring of Heroes yourself, please do so using my download link in the description below. We'll see you next time.